Hello, this is Mark Gallucci, Global Training Manager for Digital Control Incorporated, manufacturers of the DigiTrak F5 locating system. This brief video is going to detail the startup or boot up process for the F5 receiver. So before we do that, a couple of definitions. You are going to hear me use the term click, and you're going to hear me use the term hold. And what I'm referring to there is the trigger switch on the underside of the handle. A click takes less than half a second. Click. A hold, you need to hold the trigger hard up for at least 1 full second. So you turn the DigiTrak on by holding the trigger, and I'll do that right now. I've just turned it on. At startup, it does a self-test, a diagnostic self-test. Should it detect a problem, you will be alerted visually and audibly that a problem is found. If no problem is found, up comes the warning screen. The warning screen is a reminder to read the manual. Safety is a #1 priority for Digital Control Incorporated. We ask that all users become familiar with the use of this piece of equipment. To get past the warning screen, click the trigger. We've now just pulled up what DCI refers to as the splash screen. Items of note on the splash screen. First off is this number in the global icon. DCI breaks the world up into 6 different regions. It is imperative that the region that's shown on your handheld receiver match the region that's shown on your transmitter. So this says a #1. I have to go underground with a transmitter that has that same #1 indicated. And you'll find that stamped or etched into the stainless battery compartment. Next up is the ID or serial number, followed by a string of 4-digit numbers. That's the firmware software configuration of this specific unit, followed by the website address, and lastly, contact numbers. So depending on your regionality, you'll see the most appropriate contact numbers here. This one is for North America. Moving past the splash screen, click the trigger. Now we are into the F5's main menu. First thing we'll talk about here is this status bar up top. First thing we note here is the telemetry channel. This handheld receiver is currently set to broadcast information back to the remote display on telemetry channel 1. The remote display has to be on the same channel or you will not have communication. Next up is the transmitter that this box is set to listen to. Right now I've got it set to pick up an F5 transmitter on 12 kilohertz. So it's the transmitter and the frequency. Finally is the battery life indicator. I'm now showing 4 of 5 bars inside this battery indicator. I've got probably just under 80% battery left in the battery that powers up the handheld unit. Last thing of note is this downward pointing triangle or this downward pointing arrow. That lets us know that further menus are available, and you access those by using your thumb switch and thumbing down. Let's go ahead and do that. Thumb it down again, and there are the remainder of the icons available on the main menu. And notice now that this triangle, this arrow is now pointing upward. More menus are available, thumbing it upward. So that's it for the boot up cycle, the startup cycle. Look for other videos that are going to detail each and every one of these portions of the main menu.